The problem that we face today is that while this Swiss Vetterli Model 1878 bayonet is in very good condition, the scabbard which houses it has an ugly little crinkle right here. I'm not sure how this occurred, from bending the wrong way or something or other, but anyway, I plan to go through some procedures to correct it so that this section looks more like this section. The first step in repairing this scabbard will be to assemble the repair equipment. Get the bayonet out of the way, bring in a heat gun, a couple pieces of wood that just happen to fit thusly, and a clamp. Had some previous use for who knows what, and a sheet of aluminum which I will bend to form a mandrel around the bayonet shaft inside the scabbard. Once you have prepared your mandrel, didn't come out exactly the way I hoped, but I think it'll work. You want to prepare for a couple steps down the road by melting some beeswax, which is surprisingly hard stuff in its natural form, and swabbing it on the outside and the exterior of your mandrel. I'm going to melt it with a paint remover gun. It melts pretty easily and safely as opposed to an open flame. And you see I've already swabbed it here off camera because I didn't have the camera turned on while I was doing it. But okay, now you got a good coat of beeswax all up and down the outside of this guy. Now we're going to load him into the, get it right side up, into the scabbard, which won't be really easy, but it can be done. Let me try pushing him in a little. Yeah, he's going in there. I just want to get it past the point that is damaged. I've got a little mark there which tells me how far to go. It's almost far enough. Now this, the blade that's going to go in there is makes a tight fit right now. So I'm going to use a smaller blade that just happened to be laying around. Another Swiss Model 1899, I believe, bayonet. If we can get that to go in there. Now she's getting tight. This looks like a really good way to cut something that you don't want to have cut, like part of yourself. We're almost to the point where I'm going to be satisfied with this thing. Okay, the night has passed. The time has come to take a look at the results of this little procedure we've gone through. Tell you the truth, I don't have high hopes. But, hey, wait a minute. That looks pretty good. Some little compression marks from where the wood was in place. Looks like I've stamped in a label. Well, that'll probably clean up, but it looks a little shiny from the wax maybe on the inside. That'll be our next step, to There's still a little yip in the middle right there, but it's considerably improved over the... As a final step in the repair of this previously bent Swiss Vetterli leather scabbard, I'll give it a coat of beeswax, which I heat up with my paint remover gun. I've previously heated it, so I'm just adding a little heat here. That should be enough, and I'll just swab it on. This is all new to me. I'm just flying by the seat of my pants, but I've seen, yes, I don't know, somewhere I saw somebody else doing this. I was concerned that the leather might have a memory for its previous bend and revert to the whoop-de-doo crinkle that it had, and that doesn't seem to be the case. I think it's turning out okay. I think a step right now would be to take the mandrel out, whatever the name of that thing is. Oops, there goes the bayonet. Now I'm going to need pliers. Well, overall I'm satisfied with the results of this little project. I think it is greatly improved. If you're looking for it, you can still see a little crinkle there. But if you're not looking for it, I don't think you'll see it. It's no worse than most scabbards of this era. So that's the end of the project. I jerked out the form with pliers. The end result of this whole project is a bayonet, leather bayonet, that has much more normal appearance than the bent one that we started out with. I think, I'm hoping the lighting works here, I think you can see that there's still a hint of a roll there, but compared with what it was when it started, it's very nice. And I think it's an acceptable appearance for something that's 130 years old.